Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On Point in West Point. I'm Reki, and we're here with my character Emily Gavin, and this episode should end our first day in West Point. We have made it back to the safe house, and we are loaded with goods, and we have some furniture that we've picked up, so we have some setup that needs to be done this evening before poor Emily can get some rest. So we're gonna get on with unloading the car and making sure that everything is in the safe house and we can get a start on setting up. We had a good day. We managed to find many of the things that we needed in order to get through the night and to survive the next few days. We also can take advantage of the news reports and some of the skill broadcasts that are on the TV before the media companies go off the air, so that's always a good thing. All in all, I'm pretty satisfied with how things have gone, and we're just going to get this stuff in and start setting up, and then feed her and put her to bed and do the things that need to be done in order to keep her happy. And we actually managed to get a chair, and that's going to be a better sleeping location for her than one of the wooden chairs or the floor. Let's lock this door. So just in case you guys are not familiar with how sleeping works, if you're tired enough, you can sleep on the ground. You can choose to sleep in a chair, and as you can see, it'll give you the sleep quality when you hover over the sleep command. In this instance, these wooden chairs have a not a very bad, but have a bad rating, which means that if she fell asleep in one of them, she would not get good sleep at all. So what we did was we got a chair. I wanted to get her a bed, but unfortunately dismantling the bed to bring it home requires at least a carpentry of 2, and her carpentry isn't high enough. So we're going to just put this chair out, and that's going to give her a better quality of sleep. So this is going to give her average sleep. The bed would give her good sleep, but average will do for now. And we're just going to bring the TV and the table upstairs. Where is the TV? There's the TV. Broadcasts for the TV and for the radio happen every 6 hours, starting at midnight. So midnight, 6 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m. are when you're going to see the broadcasts. I usually make sure that my characters see as many of them as possible, and I try to make sure that my character goes to sleep at midnight and gets up before the 6 a.m. broadcast. And the reason I do that, despite the fact that it tires the characters out, is because of the many benefits of the broadcasts and the fact that they go off the air very early on. So once they are off the air, you can't get them back on the air again. The only thing you can do is put tapes into the TVs and watch videotapes. Alright, so I just checked this radio by equipping it in my hand, and as you can see, I have the automated emergency broadcast system pre-programmed into this particular radio at 89 megahertz. And this one also has NNR, knocks, and hits. So we're going to go ahead and put this radio out on the counter here. And then that will enable us to listen to the emergency broadcasts. Emergency broadcasts happen every hour on the hour. And again, the radios will also pick up entertainment channels every 6 hours, just as the TVs do, but you cannot get any skill points from listening to the radio. You can get skill points from watching the TV, but not listening to the radio. It looks like we've got a talk radio on at the moment. I didn't check the channel that we've got going. What are we on? It says we're on the emergency broadcast channel, but we're not. We're on LBMW, which is Kentucky Talk Radio, so that's good. We actually caught some of the evening broadcast. Alright, and I'm going through and I'm sorting into bags to get the food put away as quickly as possible. One of the benefits of watching TV or listening to the radio is that it can cure boredom and it can prevent boredom, which is useful. We have a lot of food that I want to make sure we get in the refrigerator. We picked up a lot of cake and stuff that we don't want to go bad. As you can see here, our boredom just went down. So it's good to have the radio going, especially when you're doing these tasks that are boring. The one thing you want to pay attention to, though, is the volume. I didn't look at the volume. It seems like it's up too high, so let's keep it at 3. That's loud enough for us to hear it from wherever we are, but not so loud as to attract attention from any zombies outdoors. Alright, where's the food? Okay. So we can select food and we can shift click to select the last food item and see how much we can actually get into this backpack here before we start trying to move stuff around. Everything in the food category is alphabetized, so as you can see, we've gotten to a point where that particular bag was full, and we're going to go ahead and try to load up a second bag full of food. And we are not going to put the sacks in at this point in time. We can pick those up later. Right now what we want is the stuff that's definitely going to go bad and which is small enough for us to carry. So we're going to equip this bag primary and this bag secondary. That should get us both of the food bags. And now we can just go in here and start offloading all of the food from these bags into the refrigerator. And we don't even need to worry about sorting it right now, as long as it's all in here where it can be fresh and not have to worry about anything rotting. I don't even care that we're putting stuff that doesn't belong in here at this point. We have more than enough room, so we can sort tomorrow, get rid of coffee and brown sugar and things that don't actually need to be refrigerated. This is just to get stuff in the refrigerator as quickly as possible. And we're going to go here and we're going to put these bags right on these shelves. Tomorrow we will make a thorough search of this location. What I want to do right now, though, is look for the sheets and start covering some of these windows downstairs. That way the light from the windows is not going to attract attention. The first night is always the most nervous because zombies can smash through the windows, they can come upon you in the dark, and it's nerve-wracking. You may or may not sleep because of the situation. So what I like to do is get bars on the windows and get started securing the location as soon as possible. And I also like to make sure that the likelihood of being discovered is as small as possible. Alright, we missed an apple pie slice. Let's get some of these bags and see if we can get these put away. Each of these is 2 pounds a piece, so I don't know how many we'll actually get in the refrigerator, but it's not going to hurt us to try to get them in the refrigerator at least. They'll keep a day or two out, but it's better if we can get them in. We also have the freezer, which we can put some of these in temporarily. And then we can always organize or reorganize tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to turn the volume on this down because we're going to go upstairs and I want to leave it on the emergency broadcast channel. What was the channel was 89 megahertz again, so let's tune it to that. And that'll go off every hour. And then I saw another radio that I want to pick up. There it is. I'll grab this one. Oops, I didn't mean to put it in there. Let's equip it. Alright, and we're going to compare channels really quickly. So we need to add a channel for .89 megahertz as the automated emergency broadcast system. And what you want to do is dial to the frequency first, then put in the name, then hit save. It'll automatically populate the frequency for you, and then you can just use it as a preset after that. This radio also has... Oh, look, we're going to get the call in from Twiggy. Here it is. And here he is talking about how he went out of town to visit his cousin, and the next day he tries to come back, and it's a no-go. And at the same time, we're getting the emergency broadcast system. So let's turn that off temporarily so we can finish seeing this. And his dog's been sick. Sometimes I wonder if this started with animals. Alright, we can turn this back on. That broadcast was coming from the one I'm actually holding, so... Alright, let's compare these channels. So this has 93.2, and this one does not. So let's get 93.2 in here. And this 93.2 is LBMW Kentucky Radio. Oop, now why did it do that? There we go, LBMW Kentucky Radio. And we'll save that. And we also have 98, which is NNR. That one's already in here. 101.2, which is Knox Talk. That's already in here. 89.4, which is Hits. That's in here. And the automated emergency broadcast system. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've both got the same channels now. So, oh, I want to turn this one off temporarily. And we're going to put that back inside our bag and have a look at the other one that was on the floor here, just in case it has some channels that we do not have in either of the other ones. So this one is missing the emergency broadcast channel, but that's okay, because we're going to actually put this one out on the counter and we're going to leave it tuned to other channels. Alright, so this one will be our general radio, and this one will be our automated emergency broadcast system radio. And then the one that I'm currently carrying, we're going to bring upstairs and put on the table up here. And then we have another radio up here to listen to whatever channel we want. Alright, let's see, what else do we need to do before she can relax? We need to look at the books. And they need to go upstairs, so let's grab... We don't have any skill books? I thought we had skill books. Let's try over here. I might be too far away to pick them up. Alright, so there's a VHS tape. Here we are. Lots of magazines. Perfect. But no skill books. Alright, so unfortunately, that means that we're not going to be able to study carpentry tonight. But if we get lucky, we might be able to get a TV show on Life and Living, but that's not going to happen for another couple of hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue setting this up, and I'm going to continue recording it, and I may or may not speed it up just to move things along. And then once we get to 2300, 2400, we will see whether or not we can get a TV channel that helps us. So let's get the TV on here. We'll turn it on and we'll set it to 2. That's good. We'll put it on Life and Living. Oh, and we've got Exposure Survival on already. Let's sit down and watch. Most times I will fast forward through this, but as you can see, we're getting fishing experience, so I wanted you to see how that worked. And we may even get... Oh, we got a fishing level, so that's nice. Yep, there it is. That's why that's green. And it'll reduce boredom, too, sometimes. So sometimes we'll get a boredom down arrow showing that our boredom has been reduced. Alright. So there's an ad for Frank Green's grocery store. Now let's see if we can pick up the news. Lucky for us, it looks like we hit the tail end of the broadcasts.